Well, Rokani Media Football it is. Good evening, the viewers of Rokani Media Football. How are you? And I think you've been really thirsty for some news. And I'm here to obviously bring you the latest news and information as far as your faves are really concerned. New Viktor Gyokeres transfer hijack rumors rubbished in there for you. And I ask myself why people are really trusting these sources when it comes to a hijack, when a club has obviously gone ahead to take all those days and months to sign a player, and you think they can obviously come in and really hijack this deal? I doubt. So we're obviously going to be discussing that and breaking it down here onto the Rokani Media Football. And Fabrizio Romano has come up and obviously made a very clear enlightenment about that. And I was like, this is something that everyone could see coming. Let's continue to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit how many subscribers? We want to hit 30,000 subscribers. But before we hit 30,000, we pray to it that we hit a number of what's that magic number? We pray that we hit that number of 27,000, right? So let's obviously get rolling. The first source from Portugal to obviously break the story was known as SI Noticias, that Man United are very close to an agreement with Sporting Lisbon for Viktor Gyokeres, with numbers very close to those negotiated with Arsenal. The Lions deal with the Gunners is increasingly in jeopardy. You understand? That's the side that put out its story. Then Abola came up and told us that Ruben Amorim and Sporting Lisbon on the verge of a deal for Viktor Gyokeres. Man United made a supersonic approach to the Lions and presented figures slightly above those negotiated with Arsenal, always between 70 to 80 million euros. That's what we got from Abola. Oh, and Abola, I'm so much shocked in Abola because Abola is a tier 1 source from Portugal, and the same applies to Record Portugal. It's another tier 1 source. They came up and told us that Manchester United and Sporting Lisbon close to agreement, but Gyokeres maintains position. He only wants to play for Arsenal. Ruben Amorim's Red Devils are negotiating within the values demanded by the SAD, but Old Trafford is not in the players' plans. Now, I really like what this guy is gonna hit to put out, and that is Record Portugal. Record Portugal has come up and obviously told us that the side of Sporting Lisbon is in talks with Man United, that is it, in pursuit of Viktor Gyokeres. But Gyokeres maintains his position. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. He only wants to be playing football at a club known as Arsenal. That's where Viktor Gyokeres wants to be playing at, and he's like, please and please and please and please don't obviously stand in my way and just let me be. That's what you're obviously getting in through from a guy known as Record Portugal. And I think for Record Portugal, they really went ahead to put in a very good shift that obviously most of us will obviously understand that United can obviously make contact with Sporting Lisbon, and maybe they'll be like, if we agree with Sporting Lisbon, then Ruben Amorim will come in through and convince the player to obviously admit and really dance to the tunes of Manchester United in there, because he can convince him. But this has not been the case as far as Fabrizio Romano is concerned. Fabrizio Romano has told us that Gyokeres maintains his clear position despite links with Man United and more clubs. He wants Arsenal. Total priority to Arsenal project since June, and no change of plan, with agent Hassan Sentinkaya on the same page with Viktor Gyokeres. So Fabrizio Romano said, you people are jokers. The lad only wants a side known as Arsenal. They are not interested in any of your crap, and all they want is to obviously come up and really feature for the club of Arsenal, and they can only feel okay with the deal that takes them to the club of Arsenal. For any other deal, they are not really okay with it, and they're like, we can't obviously mess up. Then Ben Jacob said, understand Man United haven't made a bid for Viktor Gyökeres and have no plans to do so. Talks remain advanced with Arsenal, with a breakthrough expected soon. So that means Viktor Gyokeres' breakthrough is anticipated soon. And as it stands, they are really pushing hard to really see to it that this happen. Now, what does putting out such a story really mean? Now, putting out such a story means that the side of Arsenal, the side of the agent might be really trying to see to it that he frustrates maybe the side of Arsenal, that maybe another team might be willing to obviously come in and obviously do the needful. Or else, it's even Sporting Lisbon that have gone ahead to put out such a story that United is in and searching to sign this player. They can, because they are really maniacs for money. As Fabrizio has told you on several occasions, that they've gone ahead to obviously tell the player that there is money coming from Saudi. They're getting us the 100 million euros and they're willing to give you a very hefty salary. And the player is like, no way, I'm not going to Saudi, I'm staying in Europe. So you might find out that these Portuguese sources have been given these stories by a side that is really close to Sporting Lisbon. That's why they've gone ahead to fail a victim, yet Sporting hasn't obviously gone ahead to get any bid from any of the Manchester clubs known as Manchester United. So it shows you that Gyokeres has already gone ahead to make his decision, and the most important bit of it all is that the breakthrough is obviously going to be reached. Now remember, Arsenal went ahead to go to Asia. That is, Arsenal went ahead to go to Asia yesterday, and they touched down Asia. So they're obviously going to be there for the most of the preseason, and that's where they're obviously going to be playing most of the games in the preseason. And they went to Asia, and they told us that Arsenal's first trip to Asia happened in 1968. That's how they obviously went ahead to obviously play that side. And they touched down Singapore, that is it. And 3 hours ago, they went ahead to post these players of Arsenal really arriving in Singapore. And that's how Arsenal is really doing the needful. And the traveling squad to Singapore and Hong Kong, if you really never knew about it, allow me really dissect it a little bit for you here. It's Raya, William Saliba, Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Martinelli, Julian Timber, Kepa Azebalaga, Jakub Kivio, then Christian Nogard, Alexandra Zinchenko, Leandro Trossard, Ethan Nwaneri, Mikel Merino, Reis Nelson, Sambi Lokonga, Kai Havertz, Ricardo Carafiori, Tommy Setford, another goalkeeper, Martin Zubimendi, Loyal Copley, Declan Rice, Ismail Kabia, Joseph Nicholas, Miles Lewis Kelly, Alex Rogers, and then Max Dorman, another talent to watch, Andre Harian, Owness, and then Mali, Solomon, are those that really went ahead to obviously be part of the traveling squad that went ahead to touch down Singapore in there. And Arsenal is playing their first game on Wednesday, if at all you never knew. Wednesday afternoon, that's when Arsenal is obviously going to be playing their first game of the preseason. And before they left, they played and really hammered Watford. I think it was 3-0. Then Arsenal came up and really traveled there. But this Wednesday, Arsenal is going to be playing AC Milan. Then on the 27th of July, that is a Sunday, Arsenal will be playing a team known as Newcastle. Then on 31st July, Arsenal will be playing a side known as Tottenham. And 6th July, Arsenal will play Villarreal. And on the 9th of August, before they obviously play their open of the Premier League with Manchester United, Arsenal will obviously play its second game at Emirates versus a side known as Atletico Bilbao. That is Arsenal for you. but they're really putting in the Rokani shift altogether to obviously get down and dusted. So your thoughts onto the new Gyokeres Hijack rumors are welcome in the comment section below. We out.